reluctant to talk about this. Part of me just wants to forget about this and move on. But the other part of me wonders if this will help me, I don't know, process what has happened and just kind of give me, I guess, closure so that every time I close my eyes, I don't see it happening. A couple of days ago, we had an accident at the house. It wasn't at the house, but it was at the park nearby. I'm taking the boys out to a soccer field to practice soccer. And Everest has been dribbling and kicking the ball, and Ollie was enjoying standing in the goalie, stopping the balls from going in. And out of nowhere, we were out on the field, and this is a large soccer goal, steel frame, 10, 11 feet wide, 12 feet wide. Ollie had thrown the ball back to me, and so I was dribbling it, and I was getting ready to kick, and as I look up and kick, the soccer goal had been blown over and was coming down, and it literally dropped. The crossbar dropped and crushed Ollie's neck and head against the ground. And I couldn't believe what I saw. I couldn't believe it. I was there instantly. He was crying, and there was blood coming out of his face. And I don't know, man. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. So immediately, I'm trying to stop the bleeding on his nose. Blood's just coming out of his nose. I'm trying to feel his back, feel the back of his neck, his head, and for damage. I can't tell. He was in a severe amount of pain, and so I was out by myself. I had blood all over my shirt, trying to stop the bleeding. Everest was helping me by getting water. We were out in the middle of the field. We rode our bikes there, so we only have one car, and the car was at home with Stacy, thank God. And so or I would have called the ambulance. And so we called Stacy, hey, no questions, bring the first aid kit, bring towels, bring an ice pack. And she was there. And when she got there, I brought Ollie to the car. I got him into the car. He's gonna go home. And then the more I thought about it, I was he needs to go to the hospital. This is a 60-pound, 50-pound soccer goal. At least the part that came down when I lifted it felt heavy. And Ollie's 38 pounds. And so this thing, back of his neck, squished his face down into the ground. And it had fallen from my height down. And so we took him to the ER, the local ER, and he had calmed down at that point. He wasn't crying, but it was still bleeding. He also wasn't walking. He needed to be carried and was not communicating to me whether he could feel his legs, and I wasn't seeing him moving his legs. And so I was afraid that he had broke his neck and couldn't feel him move his feet. And so we took him to the hospital to make sure that he didn't have a concussion, he didn't have any broken bones in his neck and his back. And so we told the doctors. They ordered x-rays of his neck and his back and multiple CT scans of his face, and they were looking for like brain bleeds, concussions, broken bones in the face, and then but also before that they had to test to see if he could walk, or he was gonna have to be transferred out, and he didn't want to get off my lap, but we had to do it, and thank God he was able to walk to her. And then so he was able to walk. So like, oh my God. That was so scary. So we take him back. I go back with him. I put on like the protective stuff so that I can be there for the x-ray for him. I help him do the x-ray. He does a great job. He's standing there, takes the x-ray. Then then we did the CT scan, which is like an MRI, but the MRI is like a long tube. The CT scan's like this wide, and so he goes in and out of this little donut hole. So he laid down, he was in a blankie, I held his hand, I then got behind him and held his head to keep his face still while they took the images. And then we went back to the room, and I mean, he did great. It wasn't as loud like an MRI, it was kind of like a washing machine is what it sounded like. And for, a 4-year-old boy, he was brave, he was strong, and he made it through the tests. And so we waited. So the accident probably happened around 4 o'clock. And we were in the ER until about 7:30. I think we came home around 8:15. And but the good news, and I literally cannot believe this. I looked at Stacy and I was like, if he walks away from this with only a broken nose, it'll be a miracle. A miracle. And it was a miracle because he had no broken bones in his neck, none in his back. He had no concussion, no brain bleed. He wasn't paralyzed. He had no broken bones in his face. His nose looks like it took the biggest hit. Like the thing hit him in the back and it shoved his face, smashed his face against the ground. And so I was like, for sure he has a broken nose. And we left and found out he doesn't even have a broken nose. So it is swollen, it is bruised, and he is home safe. And I mean, like, the first night, I didn't want to let go of him at all. Like, he sat with me the whole time at the hospital. We went to bed, and I just slept next to him the whole night. It felt like, in the moment, and like, so it felt like Ollie, it felt like the universe almost tried to take Ollie away from us. Like, not like he could, I mean, who knows, maybe he could have died. But like, he could have also just like never been the same person ever again because of it. Because we went out and played at a soccer field. What? Like, so, I am like literally just so thankful that Ollie is okay. He was brave, he was terrified, he was scared, but he was brave and he was strong. He's resilient, man. He's already healing. He stayed home, so he's staying home with me a couple of days. This boy is back in the bubble, to ensure that he is like safe, and that I'm ready to let him go back out. Like his nose is still really sensitive; things can hit it, and it hurts a lot. So I'm doing everything in my power to just kind of like let him be happy, safe, comfortable. Flowers go to Stacy for receiving it, for one, picking up the phone first call, two, receiving like a 911 call from me, and really asking no questions, just acting, doing what I said and getting there. And like mommy for just continuing to be there. Like we had all the kids and we just stayed at the hospital. With the whole family stayed at the hospital with each other. With Ollie. It wasn't just me and Ollie. She stayed. She went and got food. She brought him balloons. They got him a dragon stuffed animal because he was brave. So she was very supportive. Everest was great too. Like there was a problem and he was listening. He like sensed that he needed to be on his A game. When Ollie was in the middle of the moment crying and having a problem, it's like, Everest, go get water. And he ran and got water. And he came back and he listened. So I don't know how I can protect them and safeguard them from things like this moving forward. More vigilance, the Mad Eye Moody approach, constant vigilance. But I know things are going to happen and they're going to get hurt again in the future. And I just pray to God that it is not severe. Please let me skin knees. I'll take skin knees. But if it's anything like my childhood, it's going to be a bumpy ride. So thank you to all of our friends and our family that have like called to check in on Ollie. He's doing great now. He's recovering, and he's still here with us. So he lives to fight another day, and so do I. We both took trauma. He took physical trauma. I took mental trauma, and hopefully we're stronger because of it. So, all right. See you next time. Alright, Ollie. Let's see. I'm just looking at your nose. Hey, I'm happy up here. I'm happy that you made it. I'm happy you're okay.